How's everyone doing? I hope you had a Merry Christmas. Um, so I'm here today to tell you about what the debt ceiling is because, as you know, last week the government almost shut down. They couldn't figure out how to fund the government. Then Trump wanted to add to raise the debt ceiling, and I just wanted to explain to people what the debt ceiling is because it's different from funding the government. So without further ado, let's talk about what the debt ceiling is. And if you want to, please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and also hit that post notification bell so you can get notified whenever I upload a video. The debt ceiling is the limit of the amount of money the government can borrow to pay its bills. So it's basically like a credit card. Think of it like that. This includes paying for federal employees, Social Security, Medicare, as well as the U.S. military, and interest on the national debt and tax refunds. Since first setting a debt limit of $45 billion in 1939, the debt ceiling has been raised 103 times. The last time the debt ceiling was reached was in January 2023, and the figure stood at $31.4 trillion. Under a deal reached in June that same year, Congress suspended the debt ceiling until January 2025. What is happening? What happens when the debt ceiling is reached? In simple terms, this would mean that the government is not allowed to borrow any more money. To borrow money, the government issues bonds that it must pay back with interest. But once the debt limit is reached, the U.S. Treasury Department cannot issue more securities, essentially stopping a key flow of money into the federal government. The Economic Policy Innovation Center, a conservative think tank, has projected that the debt ceiling could be reached as soon as mid-June. The government will be allowed to avoid reaching the limit by taking emergency steps, such as suspending planned investments into retirement and health benefit funds, which would eventually be that would be redone at a later date. Those measures could only buy time for a few months until the U.S. creeps dangerously towards defaulting on its debt. A default could be catastrophic for the U.S. economy. It would mean that the authorities will have to make drastic cuts, including salaries and social securities, to make interest payments, while other obligations go unpaid. Any default could also run trustworthiness in the U.S. economy, weaken the dollar, and cause borrowing costs to spike. So, as you can see, if we don't do something or get this under control, or we do reach it, we're screwed. The country is screwed. So what does Donald Trump want? Because as you know, Donald Trump and Elon Musk stopped the original bill that they agreed to, the powers to be, the big dogs in the House and the Senate on both sides agreed to from originally passing. And the reason why is because one of the reasons why is because Donald Trump, he wanted to abolish the debt ceiling. So Trump hopes that Congress will raise or abolish the debt ceiling issue ahead of his return to the House on January 20th, to the White House on January 20th, which they didn't. But on the Truth Social platform, Trump called for lawmakers to get rid of or extend out to perhaps 2029 the ridiculous debt ceiling. The new Trump-backed plan would have funded federal agencies until mid-March and suspended the debt limit for 2 years. But it was met with resistance from Democrats and fiscally conservative lawmakers in the House who objected to any plan that would raise or suspend borrowing limits without simultaneously spending reforms. And one of the main Republicans who opposed this was Texas Representative Trent Roy, and he was quoted to say, "I am absolutely sickened by a party that campaigns on financial responsibility." So that is what the debt ceiling is. I'm gonna link the article down below, and then I'm gonna have it linked down below so you can read for yourself, and so you can get a better understanding. And so you can see, but that's basically what it is. It's basically like a credit card that the U.S. uses. It's like a credit card, like how we have credit cards. They have a credit card, and they're gonna reach their limit eventually. And once they reach the limit, it's gonna have crazy implications that are gonna screw every single American. It's so much stuff that is attached to this, and it's important that we know about this stuff. And I just want to make sure that you're educated on what it is. Since everyone was talking about it, I really didn't see that many people explaining it, so I wanted to explain it to you. By the way, I just want to say that it's a lot of people who are saying, now I don't know the reason why Trump is doing this, but I know it's a lot of progressives who want the debt ceiling to get erased, period. They agree with Trump on that, but they think he's doing it for his tax cuts because if he doesn't do it, then if he doesn't raise it, then he can't do his tax cuts. That's what they claim, but I really don't know. But we shall see. Like I said, it's like a credit card, and once you reach the limit, it has some serious implications for the national government, and just not the national government, but everybody, me, you, people who work for the government. So yeah, you let me know what you think down below, and until next time, be good people. Stephen Counter out. Peace.